Hey everybody, this is Collected Dude. I'm going to go through the November previews and see what we can see. I went through the DC one first and the Marvel one first, not next. Now I want to go through some of the other main companies and see how much we can look at. See what you think is going to be worth something and what may be just a waste of time. But there, this is going to be another title. This DC, the other history of the DC Universe is going to be another, looks like Black Label title. So that's on the cover of the November one. And here's the back of it. What's the first rule of fatherhood? This is for Fight Club here. Fight Club 3. So that's another book coming out. And is that Dark Horse? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so. Yep, Dark Horse. But let's go through this and see how fast we can get through it and everything, because I don't want the videos to be too long. But just enjoy what these. I love these books because the artwork. I got a collection of them. And everything. I'm not sure how long I'll keep them because I got the comic books that I want. But the books are cool because they're just full of art. All the different stuff coming out. Everything, close that up. Let's see this. I'm not sure if they trade these in, would take these in at half price books or not. If you like artwork and everything, you want to see everything that's coming out and see all the different covers, these are good books to get. That's what I do. I usually look at them and see what artwork I like. Sometimes if you do collages or if you do paper mache or something like that, you want to cover up a box with artwork, you can use this book to get the artwork from it and cover your desk or something like that, and with all superhero stuff. Who knows? I mean, craft people would know how to do that better than I do. I've seen it done before on different shows on YouTube and on the cable, stuff like that, on TV. So it just depends on what you want to do. Like from the editor, stuff like that. It's like you won't be able to read it all. I'm going too fast with this, but this isn't really the part that I'm want to show. I just want to show the comic books, everything. This is just the first few pages. If you don't have the book, everything, you can get a digital copy of it. There's a code you can get in here and look at the digital copy, or you can go online and look at it through their site, or you can just go to your comic book store and get a copy of this. So this is a copy I picked up, and I think I picked this up at the Laughing Ogre last time I went. Today I went to Pack Rat Comics. I went in there right before he was closing. I didn't realize he was closing. I think as soon as I went in, he was talking to a customer and he walked over to the door and shut it. I'm like, what? Oh man, you're closing right now? So he closed around 5 o'clock or something today. So I went and picked up, let's see, these 3 books. I didn't have them, so I said I'm going to go back because I want to start reading these on my channel. This is Venom, so I'm going to start reading. I'm going to do a video of this one, Venom #1. Start reading it, work on the voices and everything like that. So it'll be an audio book kind of like for you. I wish I could have sound effects and stuff. And then I picked up this one. This is number 8 of Venom. So the story's really good. And I picked this one up because I wasn't sure about it. I didn't get the black and white copy because I like to get those. I got the Panther one, Ghost Panther, and I got the one for Iron Hammer. And I heard Iron Hammer wasn't great, but I still want to read it to check it out and see what it's about. But looking forward to reading those and everything. I'll look through them and see if I can do them. Murder Falcon is another one I have to finish. Stuff, but these are fun. Like I said, I do that for fun. If you don't like it, like I said, I'm doing it mostly for people that maybe want to have something in it for background noise. And like I said, when my kids get older, they may look at that and go, hey, that's cool, Dad did something like that. So we'll see. It'll be fun. I'm just doing it for fun. And hopefully the more I do it, the better I get. This is one of the artists, or is it writers? Let me see. What is his name? Been writing and drawing and editing and publishing comics for over 20 years, he says. So that's just stuff like that if you want to look through the book. Everything, get stories about different writers and artists, everything. So Cool. And there's an auction. Get some original artwork. Stuff like that. User's guide, tell you how to go through it. This is like the short previews thing if you want to use this and give it to your comic book store. They have different things. I used to use it when I didn't get the regular order book because I didn't order a lot of stuff. I used that and go take to my comic book store when it was one of the guide I used to go there when it was open, Black Hole Comics. Like I said, but he sells out of his house now and does his stuff online mostly now, giving up his storefront. But I think he's doing pretty good. I haven't talked to him in a little bit, so I'd like to see it. He's got a page on Facebook. I have to check him out and see what he's doing. He said, but Mo over at Pack Rat was cool today. We talked a little bit and everything before I left and stuff. I laughed when he went and locked the door and everything. So I held him off for a few minutes just talking, and then I let him go. And I headed home. Oh, I got new bags and boards too. My resealable Silver Age bags and boards and everything. That Electra Lives Again is another book I want to do as well for the art book. We'll see. But okay, here Conan's coming out with something new. I looked at the website and everything, and Marvel and or Midtown Comics, and I looked through the order book. It's like, wow, they're coming out with a lot of books. IDW 20th anniversary stuff on there, and I see this is coming out again. Criminal coming out with another series or volume, I'd say. You'd say. Fight Club. Who's this company here? Thunderbolt. Just more and more stories. Archie's Horror Comics. Batman Damn Shirts. Cups and glasses. Cool. Star Trek. Titan Comics. There's more and more ads and stuff like that, but see here, this is what I was talking about. You can get your get an app or something like that. You can download it with a digital app and get the digital version of this. So let's flip through this more quickly. Okay, here's Image. It starts off with Image now, since Marvel and DC have their own little books now. Marvel first, and then DC took the plunge, or whatever you want to call it. Now they're doing their own thing. So here's Criminal, and Ed Brubaker. He's a really great writer. Does a lot of crime stories like this. So January 9th, 48 pages for them. $3.99. So Sean Phillips is back. Here's the artwork. So if you like that, it's something you can pick up. There's 2 pages there. Now we got Oliver. There's a different take on him. It says it's going to be like a super science fiction fantasy here. So it looks like he can fly. He's like superpowers. It said something about that. Superhero fighting to liberate a war. A post-apocalyptic superhero fighting to liberate a war-ravaged England, it says. So that'll be cool. That's something different. And here's a sneak peek at the artwork. In there. Highly detailed. It looks to be interesting. Gunning for Hits. This is something different. January 9th. 32 pages. $3.99. So Image has so many different titles. They come up with a lot of different stuff. Jesus Freak hardcover. Not sure what that's. A Joe Casey. I think it says $17.99 for that one. Went out in March. Different artwork. Okay. Vindication, Part 1 of 4. Not sure what that's about, but here we go. $3.99 miniseries. All right. Some artwork for it. See what this is here. In turbulent times when the cops are often portrayed as enemy of the people, Detective Chip Christopher maneuvers the blurred blue line between racism and due diligence in order to do his job. Okay. Die 1 through 4 in a trade. I got the first issue of this, and I think I got the second issue as well, but I didn't get any more. It was pretty good. It was a lot of action and everything like that. It seemed like a good story. And Robert Kirkman's writing it as well, along with Walking Dead. And Outcast, I think, is still out too, but I haven't picked up any of that. I think I picked up the first 4 issues of that and I stopped. Coyotes. Cyberforce. Trade. Eclipse. This was a good story. I got the first arc of this one. I liked it. I'm not sure where it went when it went again. Nobody can be on the surface, and the sun will burn you all up. But there's one guy that was able to, but it seems like he turns out to be a crazy person. Something. Moonstruck. Near Death. These are all trades. I got number 1 of this issue. I might read it on my channel just to see what it's about. I bagged and boarded and then put it aside. Paper Girls, I love the story. I read the first 10 issues of that, and I still collect it. I'm behind a little bit. I found a few issues at half-price books for $1 each, so I picked them up to catch up. East of West is another story that was good. I see Proxima Centauri. I didn't get this one. I'm not sure if it's any good or not. If you know about it, let me know. Shanghai Red, I got the first issue of that. That was good. Everything. Just a girl who was shanghaied, and then she retaliated and killed the crew and everything, and had people working with her to try to get back the life she lost. So they're going to make a trade of this one here. I picked up all of these at half price booked for $1. Wow. And the story looked really good. I didn't read it though. I flipped through them and then put it down and plan on it in my to read pile. Everybody's got one. All of you got one. Everything. There's so many books, so many awesome books coming out. I was like, man. I was looking at Midtown Comics, their site, and on the preview section to see what was coming out, and then the stuff that they got coming out for January 2nd. And I'm like, my goodness. I was like, how? I want to get everything, but you can't. And Auntie Agatha's Home for the Wayward Rabbits. That looks funny. Part 3 of 6. Birthright was good so far. I read it. I think I read up to issue 15. Look at this, on issue 35 already. Wow. Bitter Root, number 3. I didn't get any of these. Blackbird, I got the first issue, and I got a signed issue from Midtown Comics. I still got to get a few more signed issues and stuff, like Daredevil versus Black Panther, or not Daredevil, but Deadpool versus Black Panther. They have a couple of signed issues. I'm not sure if they're still there or not. They might be sold out. Black Science, I love this one. I read up to maybe issue 20 or something on this one. I still got, and I got them all because I wanted to get them all. It was a good story. I like Rick Remender. I love his artwork. I mean, his writing. And Matteo Scalera, I like his artwork and stuff. So I picked up all of those. Bully Wars, I didn't get any of this. I like Scotty Young, but I didn't pick him up. But end of a story arc on that one, it says. Burnouts, I got the first issue of that. Not sure how it's going to go. I want to try out the first issue. I always try to get the first issues of stuff. Unless there's something else I really want, I just want to try it. I didn't pick up Cemetery Beach, but I heard it was kind of cool. Warren Ellis is a great writer, too. Crowd at number 6, didn't get this. Let me know if it's any good. Curse Words, I got the first few issues of that. I liked it. And then I stopped. Like I said, there's a few issues. Cyberforce number 10, I got the first issue of that one. It wasn't too bad. I wasn't sure where it was going to go, but I stopped. Days of Hate, I wondered about this one. And since I knew it was like a mini-series or maxi-series, whatever you want to call it, 12 issues. I didn't pick them up, though. So let me know if that's any good as well. Dead Rabbit, I got the first issue of this. And I got 2 signed issues, one by the writer and one by the artist. And they said they had to change the name or something like that, I thought, because it clashed with something. I think it was a pub or something or somewhere. They had to change the name, but it's still not changed, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. Deadly Class, I had the first 25 issues of this or something like that. Awesome story, awesome story. Now, it's coming on tonight. I'm not sure. It's Sunday right here. I'm not sure if I'm going to get a chance to watch it or not. It's supposed to be a preview of it on the Sci-Fi Channel. But the first, it made me it was weird when you're reading it, like these guys are actually learning how to be assassins. And I'm like, oh my gosh, and they have to go kill people and stuff. I'm like, whoa. But I'm not sure how it's going to work. I mean, it was a good comic book, so it may take off in a series and everything like that. But just for you to watch it, and you're like, wow, I can't believe they're doing this stuff. But like I said, it was a good comic. Death or Glory, the first 2 issues of this were very good. So, but I'm not sure what's going on with it now. I see it's on issue 6. Rick Remender again. See, I like his writing. Die, I didn't pick this up. I'm not sure. The covers looked interesting and this title sounded interesting. I'm not sure what's going on. But let me know if you think that's good. That's number 2 going to be coming out. East of West, like I said, I love this story. I got the first 20 issues of it or something like that. I showed some of them, might be more than that, but I showed you on one of my channels. I picked some up and I found some at half-price books and everything, so I bought them. But Aaron Boys, I think I got the first issue of this signed, but I got to check because they had them signed along with a few other ones, so I picked them up because it was signed. But I'm not sure if it's any good. Weatherman, I got that signed too, and I stopped at issue 1. I got the first 8 or 9 issues of this. This was a really weird story. Everybody's mutating and everything, but this is on issue 13 right now, Evolution. Let me know if you're reading that. It was really good. It was just weird though. It's kind of like you felt just isolated when you're reading it. It's like anytime you read a spooky story, monsters and stuff like that, and people are changing, and you're left alone, and you just feel like you're. How are you going to make it through that? Just like imagine if you lived in a Walking Dead universe. It's like, wow. But that was a weird story. But it was good, though. Exorcisters, didn't pick any of these up. Wasn't sure. So let me know if that's any good. It's on issue 4 there. The Freeze, didn't get this one. I saw it at the comic book store when I went to Laughing Oak, but I didn't pick it up. And I saw it at Pack Rat, but I didn't pick it up either. I was going to wait on it, maybe a trade paperback. Like Mo said he was going to pick up Spider-Geddon. I said I'm reading it online right now on my channel. I think he came across, he goes, hey, that's my dude. I said, yeah, Collector Dude, that's the name of my channel. I'm not sure if he subscribed and I didn't ask him. I didn't feel like pushing him or nothing like that. Hopefully he does. And like some of the stuff I show, I said I'm going to tell him that I talked to you today, and I picked up a few comics in my bags and boards, so I did. So cool. Hey Mo. Gasoline. This was really good. This I picked up my first few issues at Pack Rat, and I wanted to see what it was like. And I think I'm missing issue 3 or something like that. And I found a bunch of them at half-price books, so I picked them all up. Everything. So, and like I said, I was telling Mo today, I said a lot of people will get the books and sell them to half-price books the next day or next week once they read them. And they'll take the digital codes from Marvel and stuff and put them in and sell them, because I found some Darth Vaders there with the digital codes out. And they'll just have the digital comic book, but they'll sell the actual book. But that's why a lot of times I've been waiting to see if I find these books at Half Price Books before I buy them at regular price, because I can wait, because there's so many that I want to get that when I go to Half Price Books, I find them for half price or less, and I save. So I don't think Half Price Books is going to put comic book stores out of business, but it'll help people on a budget. If you want to try to save money and you spend $100 or more, what I used to do a week for about 6 months, I had to cut back. So, and just trying to save money, so I cut back. And when I found out Half Price Books, I was like, hey. So, but here we go. Gideon Falls. This was a good story. I read the first issue, and I think I got issue 2, but I stopped. But this looked really good. And Jeff Lemire is a great writer too. So, in hardcore, this looks interesting. Andy Diggle. That's issue 2 of that one coming out. But yeah, like I said, Image Comics is putting out a lot of different stuff. Really good. Hit Girl. I got a few issues of this, but I didn't get a lot of them. I like the movies. Ice Cream Man loved this. I had the first few issues and everything. The price shot up like crazy. And as soon as I saw it, I said, that's going to be a good book. So I got one of each cover. And I got a multiple. I got 2 of each cover of the first issue. And I got multiples of the next few issues. And then I stopped, just went down to 1 issue. And I found a bunch of them at Half Price Books. So I got my collection again. Like I said, I've been saving. But that looks pretty good. That was good. Infinite Dark, I got the first issue and I read it. I loved it. So I'm looking forward to the next ones. Everything, I still have to get them though. But that's number 4. Isola, beautiful artwork, beautiful, and everything. I loved it when I opened it up and everything, and I got a signed copy of it as well. But I didn't collect them all, so I'd like to go back and pick them up, maybe get them on a trade. But for some reason, I like the single issues. Let me know if you guys like the single issues. I guess if you want to save space, one thing I'd like to do if I want to save space, like look over here. That's all my comic books right there. And it's kind of sloppy, but I'm trying to keep them in order. And it was, but for some reason, when I started doing my channel, I brought everything out, and I wanted to look at everything, and I put everything in. Well, what I'm going to do is try to put them all together, and then, if I can, I'm going to get my books in order, and then start picking the ones I want to read, and keep them separated, and then put them in order, and then see which ones I want to give away, which ones I want to sell, which ones I just want to pack away, and then not really look at. And some of my digital ones that I have as well, because I put them on my iPad or something, or I can read them on my phone, and instead of just actually holding the comic book, unless I'm here and I can get it. One thing I've been trying to do is categorize them, so catalog them, so I know which box is in which has each book. Because you ever do that, you pack them away and you go, where in the world did I put issue 2 or issue 3? Because you got so many books. But and a lot of those books I just showed you, Half Price Books. It was amazing this past year how much I picked up from there and saved so much. But I do have a bunch more that I pay regular price for that I've had for years. Okay, this is low number 2. This looks really cool. I had talked to a guy at Packwright Comics, and he said the story was good, but I haven't picked any of them up yet. And see, it's Rick Remender again. I got to pick it up. It's just like I've been picking and choosing about what I want to read. This looked interesting, but I didn't pick any of them up. With the glittery cover and everything like that, I didn't pick them up though. I wasn't sure if it, with the premise of what the story was about and everything like that. I said I'll wait and see. Middle West. This looked interesting. Scotty Young. But like I said, this is another one that I didn't pick up. Let me know if you think this is good and reading it, because if it's worth me getting it, I'll pick it up. Monstrous. My girlfriend loves this story. I got like the first 17 issues. But I got to pick up 18 and 19 for her so she can finish reading it. She says it takes a lot to. There's so much happening. She goes. She has to go through it a few times to make sure she understands what's going on reading it. But I'm gonna have to understand. I have to go through it too and see what she's talking about. Everything. So it's a new story arc. I thought it was going to stop, but see, it's still ongoing. And Marjorie Liu is a good writer. I can't remember. I recognize the name from something else. I'm not sure what else she wrote, but I don't want to confuse her with the lady that's writing Animosity. Here's Murder Falcon. This, if you're not reading this is good. I like this one. That's, like I said, I read the first issue online. I have issues 2 and 3. I have to read them online again. Like I said, try to do the voices and sound effects and stuff like that if I can, but do the best I can. But just for fun, guys. So hopefully, and gals, hopefully you like it. If you don't, like I said, just watch something else and everything. Hopefully I do something that you guys like, and just like and subscribe and everything. Like I said, if you can, I think everybody should do a channel, everything, and just have fun on it. Show stuff that you like to do and everything, and have fun. But here we go with Oblivion Song, Kirkman again. I got the first 8 issues of this. I got to pick up the rest of them because I'm not sure if this is going to go up in price or not. But the story was interesting. It's different than Walking Dead, and it's different than Outcast, and it's different than Thief of Thieves and stuff like that. So, and different than Die Die Die. So, like, it's a science fiction one. So it was really good. So, Outcast. This is hit on issue 38. Like I said, I got the first couple of issues of this, and the first issue I knew was going to go up in price because it was Robert Kirkman, so I made sure I got it. And I think I got it at Black Hole Comics when it first came out, before he closed his public store and everything, and went on his at his home and stuff. But the first story was really good, and I'd like to get a photocopy cover. That'd be cool. And are you watching the show on TV? I haven't watched any of them and everything. So I usually don't really like to watch horror, but I picked it up just for the comic book because I knew it was going to be worth something just to have in my collection. But Outer Darkness #3, I didn't get the first issue of this. I'd like to pick it up because it seemed like it was kind of cool. Like, I flipped through it at the comic book store to see what it was like, and it looked interesting, so I think I'm going to try to pick that up. Like a space story, and they're dealing with a bunch of crazy stuff. Let me see what this says here. An away mission to a mysterious asteroid leads to the death of a beloved crewman. Too bad death is only the beginning for the crew of the Chiron. So it seemed interesting, so I'm going to go back and pick those up. Outpost Zero. I don't know if I have a issue 1 of this one or not. I think I do. It might have been signed, so I picked it up, but I'm not sure what it's about. This one says, Mitchell was itching for a fight with his dad, his sister, his friends, anybody. Luckily, fighting is the Outpost's most popular form of entertainment, and what does it matter if most fighters don't live to see their next birthday? Wow. So, Prodigy. I asked Mo today about this, if it was any good. He said he liked it. And Mark Miller, or Mark Millar, however you pronounce it now, he's a great writer. So, I picked up most of his stuff. I have Huck, and like his space stories and stuff like that he's done, and I can't remember them right offhand, but just about all of them, everything. So I'd like to pick this up too. Let's see what it's about. He seemed pretty interesting, and there were so many covers for issue #1 that came out. Those were cool. But Rat Queens #14, I didn't get any of those. So I see them at half price books sometimes, and I flip through them, but I'm not sure if I would want to get them. Redlands #10, I've seen all of these at half price books, but I didn't pick them up. So if you like that, pick that up. Regression, there's a lot of these, and a lot of the earlier covers have Jennifer Zone. She does the covers for Wonder Woman right now. She has a lot of covers with this one here and stuff, and the first one's going for a lot of money. I think that's the story, if I'm correct. Rose #16. It's interesting. Meredith Finch. I'm not sure if that's David Finch's wife or sister or something like that. I'm not sure what she is, but I just see them. They worked together before on some stuff, and she did some stories for another company as well. But let's see. Savage Dragon 242. Let's see. See, Eric, I don't know how I don't know how this guy, he just works to get all this stuff done. It's like, wow, he's on 242 issues. Self-Made. Issue 1 came out last week, was it? I didn't get this either. I wasn't sure what it was about or what it was going to be like, so I just didn't pick it up. But like I said, I try to get the first issues if I can, but I'm trying to save up a little bit of money for something, so I didn't get everything. Skyward, I'm glad I got the first issue of this. I wish I'd have bought more than one because I really liked the story when I got it. I should have picked it up right away. As soon as I see a story, I get one, and if I read it really quick and I like it, I should go back and get another one. I've done it a few times. But this story for #1 or the first 1 and 2 issues went up in price a lot. Everything, and just gravity's not on the earth anymore. I'm not sure what's going on now. Her father, the girl, the main character, Was trying to figure out a way to bring the gravity back, and he said he found a way, but I'm not sure what happened. Sleepless number 11, I saw it when it first came out, but I never picked it up. I'm not sure if it's any good or not. Like a love story, fantasy romance drama. Okay. Let me go a little bit faster and just get through Image right now in this first video. This is Spawn. Matina's killing it with the covers. And this looks funny. Spawn kills everyone too. 4 issues in that one. And Stray Bullets. Love David Lapham. Loved him when he was doing his stuff. I'm not mixing him. I don't want to mix him up with somebody else, but he did a lot of stuff with Valiant Comics, I think it was, and there was another one. I forgot the name of the comic books. He worked with Jim Shooter. Unnatural, with the Warriors of Plasm when he worked with them. I forget what the name of Lighthouse. No, not Lighthouse. It was, I forgot the name of the company, but he did Warriors of Plasm and I loved it. Unnatural, number 6. Okay, Walking Dead, great. I like the Bill Sienkiewicz covers. I collected them all. Warning number 3, another title, new one. It looks interesting. The Divine and the Wicked. I want to get the trades of these. I saw them in the hardcover at Pack Rat. I like to pick them up to like $34 each. So I have to save up the money to get them because I really like the story, and I've seen a bunch of them at half-price books. I like to pick up a few of them just to get the first issues because they're worth a lot of money. Witchblade number 12. And here's Skybound. There's another action figure. That's cool. For The Walking Dead. Cool. So that's it for this video right here. Try to keep it at 30 minutes, and the next one will be Dark Horse. I try to go through them all real quick, and then I'm going to go to the December book and show you what's going on in that. And I'd like to go to the Midtown Comics website so I can show you some stuff in there, because they got, like I said, if you can go to Midtown Comics right now, they're having a lot of stuff for 75% off, 35% off on the preview section, and 25% off, stuff like that. You can save a lot of money on the books right now. I'm not sure how long the sale is going to go for, but I've seen a few that I want to pick up. Like I said, thank you very much for watching, and you guys have a great day. Like and subscribe if you want. I got a lot more to come, and hopefully you'll enjoy. And I'm doing this and having a great time doing it. Thank you. Thank you for all my subscribers right now. You guys have a great day, great night, and Collector Dude is out.